The science is clear. The government have failed us. The future looks tragic. Rebel. Let me just go through and expand on those points. The science is clear. If we continue with our current levels of carbon emissions, then the future of the global population, not just the poorest parts of the world, which is clearly important and upsetting, but also those wealthy nations, the future of the world is one of mass starvation, global migration and societal collapse. The IPCC report, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, said about 18 months ago we've got 12 years to radically decarbonise the way that we live. The UN Secretary General said that we've got 2 years to be able to do this. You see, one of the problems is even if we cut all carbon emissions right now, it's actually going to take 10-15 years before that actually filters into temperature rise. So we're already locked in for a temperature increase. The sea levels will rise. We will see more forest fires. We will see a problem with food production. People are already set to continue dying for the next 10-15 years because of the climate crisis. But we need to think ahead. What about the future of the world in 15-20 years' time? Can we just keep on loading in the carbon emissions, increasing the temperature? At what point do the systems fail? Is it 2050? Is it 2100? We're talking about events which will happen within my lifetime, in the lifetime of my children, events which will affect the well-being of just about everyone you know and love. The science is clear. The government have failed us. The governments of the world, big industries, have known about this for the last 25-30 years, and yet they have really done nothing for this. An example of this would be the UK government have declared a climate emergency last year, but actually haven't taken any significant steps since then. What we need to do is mobilise the nation, mobilise the economy, mobilise industry in a way which is similar and even greater than that of Second World War mobilisation. We need to have a war mentality. Not that it means that we're going to be in violence against others, but everything needs to change. The science is clear. The government has failed us. Indeed, the future looks particularly tragic. And here we are talking about the next 5, 10, 15 years and beyond. But it's also time to rebel. It's time for people to rise up, speak truth to power by non-violent direct action, to see if we can change the system. The current Archbishop of Canterbury, he said the horsemen of the apocalypse are on the door, and he recognised it is a climate emergency. The former Archbishop of Canterbury, speaking about civil disobedience, speaking about organisations such as Extinction Rebellion and Christian Climate Action, he said this: perhaps it might just work. And so, I'm a Christian. I pledge my allegiance to Jesus Christ. I love justice. I love people. I care deeply about the vulnerable. So what's going to happen? This week I'm going to head down to London, and I'm going to join tens of thousands of others in demanding change. And this will be through non-violent direct action and civil disobedience. The suffragettes, they did this. The civil rights movement in America, they did this. What we need at this time, not in 5 years' time, not in 10 years' time. What we need is mass civil disobedience, the people to rise up, speaking the truth because the science is clear. The government have failed us and we need to call them to account. And in order to avoid the tragedy of the future for just about everyone you know and love, we need to rebel. So please do support what's going on. If you're a Christian, do pray for me and pray for others who are going down to London. If possible, do take time off work or stop what you're doing and join us in London. I'll be on Lambeth Bridge. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.